Shikamaru vs Hidan isn't just one of the most impressive battles in Shippuden, it's also one of the most satisfying outcomes, from Asuma's best friend Shiruki being killed by Kakuzu. And you have to look at it through this perspective, the build-up from Asuma's best friend Shiruki being killed by Kakuzu and Hidan, which shocked Asuma since Shiruki was a top tier shinobi, to Asuma saying don't worry about him, he's worth 5 million more Ryo than Shiruki, to Asuma panicking, realizing they are far stronger than him as he began to rely on Shikamaru's analytical skills in the battle alongside Kutetsu and Izumo. This eventually led to him dying to Hidan's ritual, letting Shikamaru know he's worthy of becoming Hokage before he actually went to the other world in the future. So let's do a deep dive on Shikamaru vs Hidan when he avenged his sensei's Asuma's death. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification, and let's get started. Now the beginning I want to talk about is Kakashi being impressed by Shikamaru changing plans to include him in the strategy so fast, showing if Kakashi is impressed by you, it means you definitely know what you're doing when it comes to preparing for a battle strategically. We see Shikamaru tracking with shadow stitching as explosions hits Hidan and Kakuzu, who saw it coming, and Kakuzu hardened his arm. We also see letter bombs are thrown at them, but Kakuzu says just watch out for the shadows, as he knows that's the real threat. Shikamaru then throws Asuma blades with letter bombs that doesn't detonate, and Hidan thinks they're safe, but Kakuzu says we've been had, as more letter bombs rain down as Kakuzu warns Hidan, showing that Kakuzu is just one step ahead in every battle interaction with Shikamaru, which just shows who's stronger between these two Akatsuki members. Shikamaru then uses Art of Shadow Possession Shuriken achieved in this attack. He threw these chakra blades that complemented and assisted his jutsu as he was aiming for the shadows the entire time. Kakuzu realizes the letter bombs are fake, and the first letter bomb was to make the second chakra blade set, and then Shikamaru distracted with the shadow play, which forces them to look at the ground and last minute attack from above, leaving no time to evade and getting pierced by the shadow, paralyzing them, and hence the piercing shadows paralyzing them. As Shikamaru is quite the tactician. Even Hidan was shocked that Kakuzu was caught too, showing that Shikamaru's skills are not to be underestimated. Kakuzu puts his arm under the ground when Shikamaru attacked with the letter bomb so he could evade Hidan's attack and get out of the paralyzed position. Shikamaru takes control of Hidan, who attacks Kakuzu as Choji does his spiked human juggernaut attack. Shikamaru then gets Hidan's shadow and says, I don't just hide in the shadows, I become them, with his shadow possession jutsu achieved. Kakuzu thinks Shikamaru would get a high bounty, but also has to say that Shikamaru is underestimating Hidan. He is an Akatsuki member at the end of the day. Shikamaru then sets up letter bomb traps as his 5 minutes is up, and Hidan attacks, setting up his ritual. Though in the ritual we learned that the blood Hidan got was Kakuzu that Kakashi gave to Shikamaru. Yes, they got outsmarted and Kakuzu lost another heart in this battle. Shikamaru then attacks Hidan, but it's too shallow as he's shocked Shikamaru is still alive. Hidan notices Shikamaru's jutsu is weakening and his chakra is almost used up, and Shikamaru uses Art of Shadow Pull to stop Hidan's attack and pull out all letter bombs on him. Shikamaru then throws kunai, which sets up a hole that he had set up before the fight began on some Batman shit. We also get some lore here with the Forbidden Forest belonging to the Shikamaru clan as he lights bombs with his cigarettes in honor of Asuma. Hidan was obviously stronger than Asuma and even Shikamaru, but he fought Shikamaru twice with prep time. The advantage was with Shikamaru, who, let's be honest here, out of Naruto, Sasuke, Gaara, he actually impressed me the most in the beginning of Shippuden, taking down an Akatsuki enemy 1v1. Yeah, Hidan might be one of the weakest and carried by his immortality, but the group are more or less considered Kage level, so this was a huge Shikamaru W in my opinion.